Again, moving on to the Saivam, it is like Kannappa Nayanar. So he has donated his eyes to Lord Shiva when he saw a lingam which was bleeding through eyes. So he took his leg and he stamped his one of his leg onto the bleeding eyes, stopped the bleeding, and he donated his own eyes to the eyes of the linga. So these type of cartoonic stories and cartoonic characters are mostly mentioned by this form of uh, Saivism. So about mentioning about cartoonic characters, it is like a form of strange behavior or like a strange incident. To say about these and much more about Saivism. So, like I went to the Taramangalam temple. It is nearby. Nearby there was the temple, Agnishwara temple. So these sacred places, almost called as padis, are very spiritual at the same time. They are called as a sampudaha. It means like a petty or moodle. So you could see sampudaha, petty moodle at the Chidambareshwara temple nearby here. So here's one small uh, like well. So you could see the well from here, and it's like pouring out. So the water is emptying out into this well, and about the wells, it is most of the wells belong to the Shiva temples. So about it must be about agriculture or cultivation, and about the wells. So if you like swimming or if you know swimming, you could enjoy one of these. And most of these places are full of coconut trees, and the symbol of Lord Shiva, it is like Talampu. Magudambu they usually use for Lord Shiva. Talambu is Lord Shiva won't wear it, I think. So about the Talambu, there is one more story about Lord Shiva. It is the similar to that Vasugi snake. It is about when Devas and the Asuras were kindling the Parkadal. So the Amirdam and Visham came out of the Parkadal, and Devas had Amudam and Asuras had Visham. So that Talambu, it is one about story of an eclipse or something like that about Lord Shiva and Vishnu. So more about Lord Shiva. It is I'm searching for some place to sit on so that I could speak clearly. So there is one small place here, and I don't know how much it would help for sitting. Uh, so this river is like somewhat scary, and I could sit here, I think. Um, so um, so about this river, I remember about rivers of Kerala. I just remember only about Pambai. And like so about Lord Shiva. Um, he is like he is a god of the uh, god of the dead. He is a god of dead people. So to say it as Sudugattu Sami. He has goddess Kali. He has this habit of wearing the human skull. Um, so again, so he is a guardian of the um, what to say, like the cemeteries and the cemeterical places, and so like this place has some noise about water is moving on, like water is moving on around, so like then more about Lord Shiva. It is like the temples are the most prettiest ones, and one of it is the Meenakshi Amman and the Sundareshwara temple. So about Puranamagave Palvagai Maniyaro Puranamagave Palvagai Maniyaro Pudu Malar Malayudan Punsiripudan Nindral Torana Pandalile Pandiyan Togai Kayal Viliyin Kalyana Vaibhavama Torana Pandalile. So this of Torana Pandalile was composed by G.S. Mani, Madurai Mani Iyer, in the raga of Brindavana Saranga. Sare ma pane pasa sane bhagavani dasa. So I would state Brindavana Saranga as this piece of swara. So later I would go and check. And about more like entirely on Lord Shiva, it is like he is one kind of truth and of soul. He is a soul. And to say about, I just saw one of the long statues of Lord Shiva in the Bangalore. So I also saw that Amarnath Panilingam. About the Panilingam, I am like very excited to see about it. If certainly I find something one about it, I will surely share about it. And like Lord Shiva again, it is about the 1008 lingas built by our chairman in the Vinayaka missions. So I was like more more happy about seeing Lord Shiva, and in a huge form, and like it was very divine and blessed. so that one day I could go and sing of it. And again, um, more about Shiva and Lord Parvati. Lord Parvati or Lord Shakti, it is like she is one greatest god of the world. She is the mother. And about Saivism, um, entirely it is like Lord Muruga and Lord Ganapati. So they also are the um, lifting heads of the Saivism, I could say. As Lord Shiva is the king, Lord Parvati is the queen. So Lord Ganapati is in the form of a elephant head. Um, so praising of animals is usually in the China, and so like in the mummy, if you ask which year it um, is like the rat year, or like the leopard year, or like the horse year. So in Tamil Nadu, it is the elephant year, and most of the um, people, like they praise Lord Ganapati, Maligaburathu Mangamma Manikam Padam Tanjamamma. This is like one nice song I would like about Lord Ayyappa. Lord Ayyappa is like the son of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. So like in about it is in Sabarimala, and usually women don't go to the temple. Only men pray and go to the temple. And that was sung by Veeramani. Villadi villanai Veeramani Gandanai Tamil solleduthu பாடுவோம் சுந்தரேசன் மைந்தனை Swami Saranamayappa. And like these are some of the lyrics which I like in my childhood. And again about goddess Kali and Lord Shiva, like they make the best pair of people of death. So when you think about death, this black water, you certainly think about Pluto, you certainly think about ghosts, you certainly think about dead people, you think about many structures, many creatures, or wherever you get scared, or every piece of work. And when I think of dead people, it is like about not about the shadow, or like the Pluto, or like something very mesmerizing. It is like about what I think about entirely is human. So for me, the form of death or the form of mishappening is about the form of a dead human. Not only even in the name of dead, but it's about entirely dead. So like in the world, I would not even face a single scary thing about this, considering about this. So it will be like I will not live my life of danger. So my life of danger will not be lived by me. So like to live about, and it's like, if certainly like if you consider death in the sense of what I think, you would certainly be afraid of living the life of about what you have missed. So about, you have to think it again and again. So the mist is mist, and Again the water flows very good.